Hey there, high level listeners. Thank you for joining us for a very helpful and highly requested episode topic for you today: how to talk to your doctor. We know that making an appointment, filling out paperwork, and talking to a doctor in English can sound like a very intimidating and scary challenge, but we're here to give you some helpful, authentic, naturally spoken vocabulary, questions, and answers to help you handle this exact situation comfortably and confidently.
Yes, that's right. Welcome to High Level Listening once again. This is our YouTube channel where we give you side-by-side British and American English with me, Mark from the UK, and Kat from the US. And yes, we've been wanting to do this topic for a while, and I think we've come up with a really useful video to help you prepare for the whole process of making a doctor's appointment, doing some paperwork, and then actually speaking to someone about your health. Like in other versions of this format, we'll start by introducing and explaining some key vocabulary about a doctor's office or a GP, and then go through some common questions you can expect when you arrive, and then suggest some possible answers you could give to get the help that you need.
Also, don't forget that our high-level listening members can get a PDF transcript of this episode, as well as all of our other videos, which will be super helpful for you if you want to study offline and see all of these questions and answers written down, so you'll be ready for anything the next time you have to talk to a doctor in English. If you haven't already joined, the details on how to join are below, and you can join us as a high-level listening member.
Okay, so let's get started with the key vocabulary. We've divided up the vocabulary into sections or groups, so we'll explain some key words and phrases first, then we'll use them in some questions and answers, and then we'll move on to the next set.
So here's our first set of vocabulary just for listening and pronunciation. The front desk.
The front desk.
Reception.
Reception.
Appointment.
Appointment.
Scheduled.
Scheduled.
Fill out forms.
Fill out forms.
Paperwork.
Paperwork. Okay, so let's go through that vocabulary again and explain what they mean. The first phrase was the front desk. The front desk is the reception area. This is the place where you check in when you arrive at the doctor's office. You'll see receptionists or people welcoming patients and welcoming you in. They are the first people you talk to at the front desk.
An appointment. An appointment is a planned meeting at a specific time. Usually for a restaurant, we would use a reservation, and for doctors or for health reasons, we call them appointments.
Next word, scheduled. Scheduled is often used with appointment. You have a scheduled appointment. That means the appointment was planned or arranged at a specific time. It's scheduled at 9, scheduled for 9.
Usually, once you enter the reception area, they will often give you some paperwork or some forms to fill out. The forms would be where you are going to write your information as you fill it out, okay? So here you need to fill out some forms. You need to write your information on the documents.
Another word for forms, paperwork. Paperwork is official documents that need to be completed. So fill out paperwork or fill out forms. So now here are some common phrases that you might use when you go to the doctor's office and you walk up to the front desk. Hi, I have an appointment at 10:30 this morning.
Hi, I have an appointment at 10:30 this morning.
No, my appointment is scheduled for 10:30 today.
Hello, my appointment is scheduled for 10:30 a.m. today. And here's some common phrases you might hear or use when filling out that paperwork. Hi, I'm here to fill out the new patient forms.
Hi, I'm here to fill out the new patient forms.
I need to complete the paperwork for my visit today.
I need to complete the paperwork for my visit today.
Now, this is something that someone at the front desk might say. Okay, just fill these out and bring them back up when you're finished.
Okay, just fill these out and bring them back up when you're finished.
I just need some paperwork from you and ring the bell when you're ready.
I just need some paperwork from you. Ring the bell when you're ready. All right, so that's the first section done. Here's the next set of vocabulary. Brings you in.
Brings you in.
Constant.
Constant.
Headache.
Headache.
Neckache.
Neckache.
Stomachache.
Stomachache.
Toothache.
Toothache.
An ache in my leg.
An ache in my leg.
An ache in my shoulder.
An ache in my shoulder.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, so let's go through some of the meanings of these words. Brings you in. What brings you in? This is asking, what is the reason that you came here today? What brings you in?
The next word, constant. Constant is happening all the time and it doesn't stop. This is in reference to pain. Constant pain is pain that doesn't go away.
Now, we've got lots of words that we can connect to the word ache. Headache, neckache, stomachache, toothache. But not every single word can be connected. So if you can't remember or you're not sure, we can say an ache in my leg, an ache in my shoulder, an ache in my elbow. So an ache is a pain, right? So there's a pain in your head, neck, stomach, tooth. Usually we just say one tooth, toothache, leg, or shoulder.
Last phrase, on a scale of 1 to 10. Doctors might ask you this question to measure your pain. 1 is very little pain and 10 is very severe pain. They'll ask you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and your answer should be a number, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, the most pain.
Okay, so it's time to walk into the exam room and talk to your doctor. Your doctor is going to ask you a lot of questions, so we'll ask you a question and we'll give you some possible answers so that you can fill in your own answers. Hi, what brings you in today?
What brings you in today?
I've had a headache that hasn't gone away for the last few days.
I've had a stomachache that hasn't gone away for the last few days.
I've been dealing with a constant headache for the past few days.
I've been dealing with a constant headache for the past few days.
Another doctor's question. How would you rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10?
How would you rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's about a 7. It's pretty painful.
It's about a 7. It's quite painful.
I'd say around a 4 or 5. It's bearable, but it's uncomfortable.
I'd say around a 4 or 5. It's bearable, but it's uncomfortable.
Bearable means you can live with it, but it's uncomfortable. So we've got the next set of vocabulary, and this is going to continue talking about your symptoms or all of those problems that you have. Symptoms.
Symptoms.
Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Dizziness.
Dizziness.
Nausea.
Nausea.
Nauseous.
Nauseous.
Intensifying.
Intensifying.
Medication.
Medication.
Medicine.
Medicine.
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
Fatigued.
Fatigued. Okay, so let's go through those words again and explain what they mean. The first word, as Kat mentioned, symptoms. The symptoms are the problems you feel. It could be the aches, the pains, the dizziness, the things that tell you you might be sick. If you have symptoms for a while, you should probably see a doctor.
Now, you might feel dizzy. That's our adjective. And dizziness is a noun. This is when you feel like things around you are spinning. So, when little kids go fast and fast and fast, and then, whoa, they can't really walk straight, it's because you're feeling dizzy.
The next words are nauseous and nausea. Nauseous is the adjective. So I feel nauseous. I am nauseous. Nausea is the noun. So I have some nausea. This feeling is when you want to be sick, maybe because of the dizziness, or your stomach feels agitated and you want to be sick. The medical term is I feel nauseous or I have nausea.
If your pain is intensifying, it's getting stronger or getting worse. Okay. So if something is intensifying, it's slowly getting worse or slowly getting more painful.
The next pair is medication, medicine. What's the difference? Medication is usually the phrase the doctor will use. Doctors will often ask you about medication, and they are pills, drugs, or prescriptions that help you deal with a problem. Usually, medication is something you take for a longer time. Medicine is the little pills and things they prescribe you. And this is the general term that we use. We are not doctors, so I say medicine. You buy medicine at the pharmacy or the supermarket.
High blood pressure. High blood pressure is a common illness or a common problem when the force of your blood is too strong. So, especially when you get stressed or angry, you have high blood pressure.
Last word, fatigued. Fatigued is the adjective. I feel fatigued. I feel very, very tired. This is a very, very strong feeling. Like it's difficult to walk. It's difficult to stand up. It's difficult to get out of bed. Mentally and physically, you're very, very tired. You are fatigued.
Let's continue with some questions from your doctor. Have you been experiencing any other symptoms?
Have you been experiencing any other symptoms?
Yes, I've also been feeling dizzy and nauseous.
Yes, I've also been feeling dizzy and nauseous.
I've noticed some dizziness and a bit of nausea.
I've noticed some dizziness and a bit of nausea.
When did the symptoms start?
When did the symptoms start?
They started about a week ago and have been getting worse.
They started about a week ago and they've been getting worse.
It began last week, but it's been intensifying.
It began last week, but it's been intensifying.
Last week, but I feel like yesterday was the worst of it.
Last week, but I feel like yesterday was the worst of it.
Do you feel like your symptoms are getting worse?
You feel like your symptoms are getting worse?
Yes, they're definitely getting worse, so I thought I should see you.
Yes, they're definitely getting worse, so I thought I should see you.
It's definitely not improving, which is why I decided to come in.
It's definitely not improving, which is why I decided to come in.
Overall, not really, but yesterday was really bad.
Overall, not really, but yesterday was pretty bad.
Are you currently taking any medications?
Are you currently taking any medications?
Let's see. I'm taking medicine for high blood pressure and a daily vitamin.
I'm taking medicine for high blood pressure and a daily vitamin.
Yes, I'm on blood pressure medication and a multivitamin.
Yes, I'm on blood pressure medicine and yes, I'm on blood pressure medication and a multivitamin.
No, nothing really, just some multivitamins.
No, nothing really, just some multivitamins.
Have you felt any recent changes in your health?
Have you felt any recent changes in your health?
I've been feeling more tired than usual.
I've been feeling more tired than usual.
Lately, I've been more fatigued than normal.
Lately, I've been more fatigued than normal.
I don't think so. Just feeling sick very recently.
I don't think so. Just feeling sick very recently. Okay, so that's another section done. The next section of vocabulary includes these words: allergies,
Allergies.
allergic,
Allergic.
family history,
Family history.
condition,
Condition.
penicillin,
Penicillin.
migraine,
Grain.
your diet,
Your diet.
smoke, drink,
Smoke. Drink.
skip a meal.
Skip a meal. All right, let's go through all this vocabulary. To have allergies or to be allergic. This is when your body reacts badly to certain things, like maybe pollen floating through the air or even food. I have allergies. I am allergic.
Family history. When we're talking about health, family history could be problems or health problems that your other family members have. Grandfather, father, and you. You can have a family history of heart problems, a family history of allergies. It runs in your family.
Condition. If you have a condition, you have a medical problem or an illness. This is one of those things where we don't like to use illness or feeling sick or a problem. We will call it a condition. This is kind of our way of not talking about health problems by saying they have a condition.
Penicillin is a type of antibiotic that we use to treat infections. We mentioned this one because it's connected to allergies. You might be allergic to penicillin or have a penicillin allergy.
A migraine. Whew. A migraine is a very, very severe headache that can cause nausea. Remember that word, feeling sick from your stomach, and sensitivity to light. So usually you can't have the lights on and it might actually make you feel sick to your stomach. This is a very intense headache, a very severe headache, a migraine.
Your diet. If your doctor asks you about your diet, they're not asking you about what you're doing to lose weight. Your diet is just the food and drink you usually eat. So what is your diet? What do you usually eat? So your diet is the things you eat normally, nothing about health or losing weight.
This is kind of another thing. We don't normally mention the words cigarettes or alcohol. Sometimes your doctor will, of course, but just in general, if someone says, "Do you smoke?" we mean, "Do you smoke cigarettes?" Do you drink? Do you drink alcohol? So I smoke, I drink, I don't smoke, I don't drink. This would be in reference to cigarettes and alcohol, but we don't usually have to use these words. We just understand that that's what it means.
Last one, skip a meal. If you skip something, you don't do it. So if you skip a meal, you don't eat the meal. Usually we have 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you skip breakfast, you don't eat breakfast. If you skip dinner, you don't eat dinner. So let's go through some more questions that a doctor might ask you using all of that vocabulary. The doctor might ask you, do you have any known allergies?
Do you have any known allergies?
As a patient, you might answer, I'm allergic to penicillin.
I'm allergic to penicillin.
Have an allergy to penicillin.
I have an allergy to penicillin.
Not that I know of, no.
Not that I know of, no.
Again, the doctor might ask you, do you have a family history of this condition?
Do you have a family history of this condition?
As a patient, you could say, yes, my dad also had migraines.
Yeah, my dad also had migraines.
My mother had stomach issues as well.
My mom had stomach issues as well.
Allergies run in the family.
Allergies run in the family.
Another doctor question, how often do you exercise?
How often do you exercise?
I work out 3 times a week, but it's been hard recently.
I work out 3 times a week, but it's been hard recently.
I try to go for a walk a few times a week, but it's been tough lately.
I try to go for a walk a few times a week, but it's been tough lately.
That much. I mostly just sit at my desk.
Not that much. I mostly just sit at my desk.
The doctor could also ask you, how is your diet? Are you eating regularly?
How is your diet? Are you eating regularly?
As a patient, you could answer, I usually eat the. As a patient, you could answer, I usually eat 3 meals a day, but I've been skipping breakfast.
I usually eat 3 meals a day, but I've been skipping breakfast.
I normally have 3 meals, but I've missed breakfast a few times.
Normally have 3 meals, but I've missed breakfast a few times.
I think overall, yes, I'm eating fairly regularly.
Overall, yes, I am eating fairly regularly.
Another doctor question. Have you been experiencing any stress recently?
Have you been experiencing any stress recently?
Yes. Work has been really stressful.
Yes, work has been really stressful.
Work has been quite stressful lately.
Work has been quite stressful lately.
Not really, just the normal day-to-day stuff.
Not really, just the normal day-to-day stuff.
The next doctor question. Do you smoke or drink?
Do you smoke or drink?
As a patient, you could answer, I smoke about a pack a week.
I smoke about a pack a week.
I'm not a smoker, but I do have a drink now and then.
I'm not a smoker, but I do have a drink now and then.
I don't smoke or drink.
I don't smoke or drink.
Next doctor question could be, how are you sleeping? Are you getting enough rest?
How are you sleeping? Are you getting enough rest?
I've been having trouble sleeping, only getting 4 or 5 hours a night.
I've been having trouble sleeping, only getting about 4 or 5 hours a night.
My sleep hasn't been the greatest. Maybe I get 4 to 5 hours of good sleep.
My sleep hasn't been the greatest. Maybe I get 4 to 5 hours of good sleep.
I've been sleeping more than usual, but I feel so tired when I get up.
I've been sleeping more than usual, but I feel so tired when I get up.
And last doctor question, have you noticed any changes in your weight?
Have you noticed any changes in your weight?
As a patient, you could answer, I've lost about 5 pounds in the last month without trying.
I've lost about 5 pounds in the last month without trying.
I've somehow dropped a few kilos in the past month.
I've somehow dropped a few pounds in the past month.
I don't think so, but I don't weigh myself that often.
I don't think so, but I don't weigh myself that often.
I notice my clothes are a bit looser than normal.
I noticed my clothes are a bit looser than normal. All right, excellent job, everyone. Lots and lots and lots of vocabulary, plus questions and answers to help you handle a wide range of health-related situations in naturally spoken, authentic English. If you like this video, we would love it if you would click that like and subscribe button. It helps us know which videos you like the best. So come chat with us in the comments. Which phrases were new for you in this episode? Are there any other questions you've heard from a doctor in English? Let us know in the comments below. We read and reply to every single one.
Yes, we really do. It's a great chance to practice with us. Don't forget that you can get a PDF transcript of this episode with every explanation, question, and example answer written down. If you click the link in the description below, you can join us as a High Level Listening member and get that downloadable PDF right now.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you for another episode on our channel very soon. Bye, everybody.